Hi everyone, welcome back to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and today we're going to be taking a look at my Golden Larch forest. Now, as you can see, everything has been dropped off quite nicely and it is back to bare bones, as you might say. Last year, I did a nice prune on it and, well, I did nothing else. I just let it grow. The basic prune was to establish my early branches, and then I just let it grow out and let those branches grow out and establish they did. And as you can see, it's got a nice establishment of branches. Ta-da! As you can see, it's doing really well. So now everything has fell off in terms of all the needles, and what is left with is a nice canopy of branches. Now the branch structure itself is started to develop quite nicely, although I have just some basic corrections to make. Now I didn't touch it, as I say, throughout the year. I just let it grow, and grow it did. So I've got a couple of corrections to sort out. As you can see on this tree here, I've got two leaders competing for each other. So what I'm going to do is allow this stronger one to live and stay. I'm going to cut the front one out, and then other sections of the other trees is just literally, obviously, just come in, correct the obviously growing into the other trees, so remove some of the branches that ain't wanted, and then make decisions on the branches that are there. So for instance, on this point here, I've got 1, 2, 3 branches coming from one point, and then I've got this nest of branches over in the apex as well, all coming from one, well, not necessarily one point, but it is grouped together. So I need to sort that out. And then I've got the apex here that comes up and then grows off, so maybe a little bit of wire just to come in and correct that, so it needs to be more vertical like this. Nothing too strenuous with these trees. As you can see, it is looking very, very structured already, and that was because of the prune I did last year. So that worked, and then just allowing it to grow out thickened everything nicely. So today, as I say, just a minor prune, continuing on where we left off, just correcting the, not necessarily the mistakes the tree has made, because trees don't make the mistakes, trees just do what they do naturally, which is obviously nature. So nature has took its course and just pushed out all the buds here, there, wherever they want, because that's what they do. They just photosynthesize, they just grow, they just allow themselves to grow. So all I'm going to do is do what we do in bonsai and just pick the ones we want and nurture. That's the correct word. We nurture what we would like. So if anything, we're forcing it to do what we want it to do rather than allowing it to allow nature to take its course. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to do a few minor prunes, nothing major, because I don't think anything major needs doing. I think the biggest cut is just going to be taking one of these leaders off. Other than that, nice easy work for us today. Now we're going to start with this tree with these two main leaders just here and here. So this is the strongest one, so this is the one that's slightly taller. It's taller by, I'd say, about, I don't know, 6 or 7 centimeters in height total, and it is, if I just bring it around that side, it is starting to thicken up a little bit more. So even though this is slightly further down, again, it's not by much, I'm going to choose this one because it is thicker. So it's got that stronger growth going on, it's stronger, it's taller, so I'm going to remove this one. Now, yeah, that from this angle is the front, so this is in the way. So looking at it from the front for your viewing pleasure is here. So it is going back on itself a little bit, but it is right. And I'm going to take this one out. So I'm going to come in and get my cutters. I'm just going to move it around here so you can actually see what I'm doing. So there. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to cut on a nice shape. So let's just clean up my snips a little bit. And let's try and get a nice cut. So I'm going to do this first time. So firstly, I'm just going to come in, take this top section out. This gives me a nice angle to come in with, so it's not poking me in the face. And then I'm going to come in, take that chunk off, and then once I've done this, at the end, I'll probably do it off camera, I'm just going to come in and I'll put a little bit of cut paste just on that, just to help the wound seal over winter. There we go. And then as you can see as well, I've got a couple of little growth sections there going upwards, so I'm going to come in and take those out. Now the reason I don't use them as my leaders is because I still want to get some growth and some height into this tree. So there we go, let's take them out. So I'm not going to reduce the height of it either. So as I say, I'm going to allow this to continue to shoot up. I want to get some height into this tree. I've got some branches that do sweep off as well, so I'm going to come in and just pull them back a little bit. So I am still trying to look for growth and buds, so I'm just going to come and take it to there. I've got two buds. I've got two buds just at the end, just here, and then over on the other side I am going to bring it back just here. I've got a bud just on the back here as well. Now these may be a little bit long, I'm not too sure as of yet, but I've still got dormant buds, so once everything buds out in the spring I can make that decision whether it's too long or not, and I can still work my way back. And then just at the base you can see I've got this branch that is very long. It actually comes across into the other sections of the tree. So again, I'm just going to work my way, just going to sort of take some out so it's not too long. And I'm going to do the same on this section here. I'm going to work it back to the bud. Got directional buds, so I've got a bud here that'll go back. Now as I've done that, so for me, or for you there, that would be the front. So it's going back and then into the empty space in the section of the other trees or the forest planting. Okay, so I can see where I'm going with it. And yeah, okay, but if I just spin it all the way around, I don't know if it'll allow you to pick this up, but just in the base, just down in there, I do also have a little dead snippet I'm going to just come in and take out as well. If I can get in there, there we go. Now on the back side of this tree I do have this branch here, and it comes up and it goes left. I've got another branch that splits off from it as well, so it comes up, as I say, splits into two, which I do like, and then on the right side it comes up, splits into two as well. Although the one that splits into two just here and goes across, it is interfering slightly with these two branches here, so I am going to come in and remove it as best as I can, just like that. And then I am going to come in and just bring this one back, and then the one that does split into two, I'm going to come down and just reduce the length of it just here. And I'm also going to do the same on this one just here. Now yes, they probably are a little bit long, but I do like how thick it is. I've got buds at the end on both of them. I've got small dormant buds here that are ready to burst, and it also gives enough length for them to burst. As they burst and then push out over lengths of branches, I can then start to cut back a little bit more if I need be. So I'm quite happy with the length of that. If I move up again slightly, I've got another couple of branches there, which could potentially, I could think about removing this one out of the way, keeping that one. So for now, I'm just going to come in, reduce that one. As I say, I could potentially remove that one completely, utilize that, and then just on the other side, I do have another branch as well. I'm just going to come in and just reduce. That tree, for me, is all done. I did say I'm all done, but I'm just looking at it. So this is the branch I was on about, and then the branch at the back there, and I say it's going off. I'm just going to come and remove it. I don't like it, and I am going to utilize the other one. So I'm going to take that out, and it just gives us a better structure to focus on. So I've got the two left ones, I've got this one, and that one. So they'll go right and back, and then the little one at the back is just ribbon removed because it was sort of interfering with this one at the back. So that is now looking better. And if I move you out a little second, you can see it goes up into the structure, and then we've got the really tall branch leader. As I say, I want to let that grow up because I want it to come in, thicken the rest of this tree up, and then next year I will cut back because I want this all to blend and thicken into one. So this second tree at the front, we're going to start by looking straight on, and as you can see, I've got this nice branch that comes straight over, but I've got this branch that comes off to the left very sharply, but it comes off too sharply. It's the fact it goes into the branch over here. Now I could wire it, move it over a little bit. I don't really want to wire trees too much, and I could just bring it over like this, and that would do plenty. So to do that, I'm going to cut that there, brings me to a bud, and I'm also going to bring that back just there. So I'm going to put a bit of wire on that, and I do have some just to the side of me, so I'll do that in a second. Also, got this branch here, it comes from the base, so I'm going to come in and take that off too close in, and the bud there as well, and then let's neaten that up. Let's bring this in to there and to there because we've got buds. Still want to bring it in a bit closer, but for now we'll do just as that. Then here. So far so good. We'll come in and take that there. This one, I do actually like the way that one comes up. So let's have a proper look. So you've got this one and this one. Then I've also got one on the side of it. So let me give you a different angle. This one here, this one here, and I've got this little one here as well. They all come from the same angle. Now the front is here, so this is the direction of the front. I actually like this one on an angle better because I've got everything else that comes from this front, so I'm going to lose these two branches. Now it may sound counterintuitive because the small one, this is the smallest one and the one with the weakest growth, but is also I've got, as you can see it a little bit more better now, 1, 2 going from this angle, this one and this one going from an angle. It's just better angle overall. So let's try and clear this out. Hopefully this doesn't die off. Try and clear this up. Now that is going to need quite a bit of cut paste to seal it up. But anyhow, it looks better already. I'm coming in to clean that out as well. Okay, let's get rid of those buds too close to the base of the tree. So with that, you can see what I've just done. I've got this nice section now, all coming into shape. Just going to bring this one back further. Now we can start working into the top section. Now the spread of the top section is a little congested again, so let's come in and start clearing sections out. Pulling it into shape, so let's pull it back. Start by doing this. Okay, so we'll give it a quick trim just to see where we're at with it. Now what I'm going to do is I'll just wire this into place, and then I can have a proper look and see how everything's looking. It looks neater already, so we might just need to give this a little bit wire down, brings that into place, maybe a bit of wire on this one as well, and I think just that minor trim's done all right. Okay, I've put a bit of wire on this section here, so as you can see, a bit of wire from that branch to that branch. So yeah, it is a little bit long at the moment, just needs a trim back, and then this little white branch around here, and then all the way just supporting the apex. So I'll leave that as well just to grow out. So as you can see, it's now looking like this. The only branch I don't like is this one, because I know it's going to cause swelling just here, so I do need to remove it, but it is a nice branch. It gives the whole apex region a really nice area, so I would like something to develop a little bit further down here, but for now I am going to leave it. One little thing I do need to do is I'm just going to put you back there so you can see. Actually, I'm going to put you there, and I'm going to bring this branch here, I'm going to bring this one in to here and bring this all the way back in here. Let's just take that tip out to there. That needs to come into there like that, and we're going to go for something like there. Okay, right, so it's done, set in motion, ready to go. Now we just need to move on to the next tree. Next tree I'm going to move on to is this left one here. Now the right one at the back, that unfortunately has perished, it's dead. So I've just stuck a couple of small cuttings just here, here and here, maybe a couple more at the back. So we never know if anything's going to take or not, but I'm going to move on to this one. Let's sit you down again, position you something like this, and let's start snipping. This one's another case, an easy one. I'm just going to trim back like this. Nothing difficult about this one. Bring it in nice and tight, just there, here. We'll let that one run again. In fact, that needs repositioning with a bit more wire, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. Now this last tree is going to be somewhat easy as well. As you can see, nice easy decisions for me. I've got some branches that are just in the wrong places, so I'm just going to come and make those easy decisions. Nice long ones, I'm just going to come and trim back again. This one grows upwards. I think I'm going to utilize this apex here, take this one off. Probably the easiest decision. I think everything on this is just about trimming back again. Take that one out. Take that one out. Trim back. Take that off. That one's got two growing on it. So you can see we're looking through now straight at the back of the tree. So this is the front of the tree. We were just working on the back. And as you can see, we've done all the minor trims on the other branches. Just quick trims there for you. And everything else is all right. Just got to come in. I'm going to take that one back a little bit to there. Same with this one. I'm just going to come and relief there. And then this one, I'm going to come, I'm just going to bring it to there. And in terms of this, I could utilize that one, bring that back down here. I think that was what I was planning on, just utilizing this as the leader and removing that one, but I could just bring that back up there, bring this one down here, That will give me the branch. Right, wired in. So I've left this side long as well because obviously the length of it needs to support the size of the branch. So let me get you in. And then you can see the length of it now. It does need cutting back, but if I leave it any shorter, it's not going to support the length of that branch there, and it needs to support the height of the apex. So there we go, that's that one as well. And then if I come out a little bit, you can now see the whole planting and everything has been snipped into place, ready for another year's growth. So let's just put you there, and you can see all the other snips, all the other cuts coming round, and you can just see, there we go. So the sun's moved away from where we were sitting and it's gone bitterly cold now, so I've got my hood up. Anyway, end of the video. It's cold, so well timed I suppose, but it's all trimmed up as you can see. I've got a little bit of wire on up here, a little bit of wire up here, and a little bit of wire on this tree as well, and it just gives a nice little balance to bringing the branches down and in place. Left a little bit of height so we can now get a bit of a thickness going in for next year, but overall the rest of the trees I've got the branches cut back, ready for new budding and new extensions as well. Lower down on some of the trees we've actually got a nice little bit of growth, and this tree will come out in the spring. I won't do it now because obviously we will damage the roots, and I don't want to damage any of the roots on any of those trees because I don't want to lead to unfortunate mishaps, i.e. another tree dying. It's the worst thing that could happen, so we will do it in the spring. That way, if we pull any of the roots out, it's the time of the year when new root growth is starting to go and develop, so less likely to have any mishaps. The only thing I need to do now is put a little bit of cut paste here and a little bit here, and then the tree can go back in the polytunnel then. So if you like this one, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow the channel by hitting subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Have you got a golden larch, or have you got lots and lots and lots of Japanese larch like most of us? So yeah, thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go get a nice cup of green tea. I've got some Japanese green tea. I'm gonna try that out, see if it's any good. But thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.